And welcome back to Hometown Heroes. I'm Mayor Jay Hurley, and I am sitting here with our very first recipient, and it's exciting to be able to introduce everybody to Lucy Gangoni. Thank you for being here with me today.
Thank you. It's a real pleasure to be here.
Well, we'll see if you say that after we get through with the show. You may only think that right now. I want to say, Lucy, and I told you this in the commission meeting, but you know, when I came up with the Mayor's Award, I was really excited about it and thinking about all the people that, you know, really work behind the scenes. And for some, they may have thought it was strange that my very first recipient was somebody that's an employee of the city. But the reason that I chose you was because when I started looking at all the things that make a difference in a community, when I start looking at the way the city is presented to the community, how we interact with them, what happens to their image, and it all filters down to every part, whether you're talking about the experience they're having right then, or you're talking about economic development, or you're talking about future events. The image they receive by working with our staff is huge. And I've got to say, out of all the staff that I have, every time your name comes up, it is nothing but praise. And to me, that was an amazing thing that I had somebody with our city staff that literally left such an impression that you've done a marvelous job. And I really appreciate that. And the city appreciates that. So thank you again. That's why you're here today as our first recipient, our Hometown Hero program, and the first one. As a director, your day is hectic. I see you early in the morning, I see you late at night. Give me kind of an idea of some of the things. You've been with us, what now?
Almost 6 years, yes. Well, actually, the work is done by the staff, and we have a fantastic staff. And I think my job is just to get them the resources that they need to do what they do with the public, the residents of the Leesburg community. So I'm not out on the floor as much as I'd like to be because I'm trying to get money. And I'm working with the public in terms of doing speeches, going out and doing presentations, and but also doing a lot of personnel management because I really believe that our staff needs to constantly be developing and bettering themselves so that they can help the customers better.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I guess in the summertime, you're really going to get busy.
We do.
I mean, that's school's out,
Yes.
kids are going, programming. Do we have a lot going on this year?
We do, but actually, if you want to know, our busiest time is right now.
Really?
February, March, and April, the snowbirds arrive. A lot of people aren't on vacation, so they're coming to the library, and we have incredible numbers, people coming through the doors in the summer. I'm sorry, in the winter. And the summer, right, with the summer reading program, which is usually around June and July, we also have a lot of people coming in.
It is confusing in Florida, winter and summer. I get that. Because it's hot all the time. Well, what is it that people really should know? I mean, give me a quick breakdown. What are you really proud of at the library? What's the big thing that makes your heart just bump out and you get excited?
Actually, we are so in alignment with your platform, which is to improve the quality of life of Leesburg's residents, and that is our prime objective. Everything we do is geared to that. So we have a lot of early literacy programs. We're out in the community. We go out to 19 licensed daycare centers on a weekly basis and doing story times and crafts with those children, and they're only ages 2 to 5. So we're trying to get them ready to be ready to go to school. Because as we know, early literacy is often reflected in academic success later.
Okay.
So we're trying to make those kids ready for school.
Great.
And other things that we do, we have the public computers because our residents need jobs. And so they come to the library, they fill out a resume on the computer, they apply, they send the resume to their employer on the computer. We have many, many classes to help them be computer ready, computer literate in the workplace.
That class. I do.
We have a lot.
Can you help me with my iPhone too?
Yes, we actually have an iPad and an iPhone class coming up, plus an Instagram class. So one of the things we're recognizing is people need the computer literacy skills like the Microsoft products, but we have a lot of residents who need to know how to use a smartphone, a tablet, an iPhone, Instagram, social media. So we run a lot of classes.
Well, I know we don't have a lot of time, but 2 more questions for you. You know, I do understand that we have Beacon College is downtown as well, right there. Their campus kind of surrounds you. Do you partner with them much? Do we have a lot with them that we do?
We do. They place their students as volunteers in the library every semester. So this semester we have 4 students. We give them one-on-one attention. We're helping them to learn workforce skills, but especially some of the social skills that you need when you're in the workforce. So when you come to work, you need to say hello, and when you
Sure.
leave, you need to say goodbye. And we've helped quite a few of their computer science students. They help us teach classes in the tech lab.
Okay, and then my last question is for people who want to volunteer. You know, I have recognized that when we started the Mayor's Award, one of the big things I found is there are a lot of people that go, wow, I didn't realize how to help or how to volunteer. So if somebody wanted to get involved, do you have some things that volunteers could do at the library that would help kind of you and what we're doing?
Oh, very much. Right now we have 69 volunteers. The majority are in the bookstore. They work for the Friends in the bookstore selling items, and that money in turn comes back to the library. But then other than that, we have over 20 volunteers that help us in genealogy. They help us teach tech classes. They shelve books. They cover books. They're always volunteer jobs.
So if somebody wants to volunteer, they just come to the library,
And we'll
look
give them
you
an
up, or-
application. No, they can ask at any of the desks. We have applications. They fill out
Okay.
the application. We send it to Human Resources, and then once they're accepted, we work with them.
Very
We place
good.
them wherever they want to be.
So without a doubt, it's fair to say that the Leesburg Library goes well beyond books.
Absolutely. Books were our core mission. However, now with so many electronic formats, you can download ebooks, you can download magazines, you can download movies. And so I think we look at the library as needing to meet everyone in the community where they are in their lives. So it could be they want to go back to school and they're interested in lifelong learning. It could be they want to apply for jobs. So we are well beyond books.
And so on behalf of Viaport Square, they wanted to extend their appreciation, and they've given us a couple of gift certificates to give to you, so you'll be receiving those before you leave today. And I just, again, want to finish it out by saying, Lucy, thank you so very much for what you do.
You're welcome.
Please keep it up, honey. Please keep it up.
My pleasure.
You don't want to miss our next recipient, and that is Miss Joni Smalley, one of the hardest working volunteers I know. We'll be right back to talk to you in just a minute.